This video is presented by Canadian Gundam. $10 flat shipping costs from coast to Canadian coast. Please visit their website at canadiangundam.com.
Hello everybody, it's Kris from the Gunpla Network. Today I will be reviewing the RG Unicorn that is transformable from Unicorn mode to Destroy mode. This suit was developed by Anaheim Electronics for the UC series of suits. Later on, this suit was given to the VIST Foundation. They had decided to embed the Laplace box software in the operating system of the Unicorn to make it the key for fighting Laplace's box, which contained an addendum to the Federation Charter for new types. This RG kit is one of the better RG kits that I've built. As you can see here, I have some other RG kits that I've built. I'd like to take the opportunity to comment on RG kits. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the RG kits. I had a lot of problems building the Zeta Gundam. I found the instructions to be very vague, and because this is a transforming suit, as you can see here in the centerpiece here, it doesn't really stay together properly, and pieces like to fall off and such. I had a heck of a time building the center torso because the instructions are very unclear. I found it very frustrating. I then built, these aren't actually the order I built them, but this is the RG Zgok. This build wasn't as frustrating as the Zeta Gundam. I actually enjoyed the build, but if you compare it to the HG Zgok, which I built many years ago, you can see that the proportions are quite different here, and I find that the original HG Zgok has better proportions than the RG Zgok. Not quite sure why they did that. And this is actually the first RG that I ever built. I had no idea that they were basically miniaturized master grades. This one had a lot of small pieces. This one I like a lot. I didn't have a lot of problems building it. I found the instructions to be very clear. And some of the parts I thought I was going to have problems with, I actually didn't. I don't know if you could see it or not, but he has the clear plastic shoulder pad shrouds. I'm not quite sure what to call these, but I thought these would pop off and have many issues. There's also in these sections here, there is it's basically this plastic, but it's inlaid in the joint here, as well as above, just above the hip here. Sorry, below the hip here. I thought I was going to have problems with those as well. So when I was asked to build the RG Unicorn, I was told that this was the better RGs. I have to agree. The build process, there were a couple of instructions that are a little vague, but it wasn't quite as frustrating as the Zeta Gundam in some parts. The only comment I can make is that the transformation goes relatively smooth, but when I went to transform these bits here, his knees I guess you could call them, all the parts seem to fall off. But I mean, they snap back on, and they seem to be okay. I find with this one that the left shoulder is a little loose here compared to the right shoulder. This might be because I suck at building, who knows. I don't know if anybody else has encountered this or not. They give you these gold stickers here to put on the V-fin. I don't know if you can see it or not, but just in the process of putting the stickers on and touching them, most of the gold has actually seemed to rub off it. It's actually worse on the back, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to position this in a way you can see it. No, you're not going to be able to really see that. So I recommend not putting the gold stickers on and just getting yourself some really nice gold paint and painting it up. They give you quite a lot of decals to go with this kit, almost like a version Ka amount of decals. If you watch the original anime RE0096 as well as the OVAs, I found that the Unicorn doesn't actually have any decals on it. So I'm going to leave it just like this. I'm not even going to panel line it. I think it looks excellent the way it is. I also recently built the mega size Unicorn, and that was fantastic as well. If you look on our YouTube channel, you'll see that Danik has put up a first look of the mega size Unicorn. The articulation of this kit is very well done. It's typical of all the RG kits. You can pose them in many ways. I'll personally be reluctant to do so because, as I mentioned earlier, parts like to snap off this guy because of the transformation process. The instructions for the transformation process I found weren't too clear. I actually had to go online and find and watch somebody transform theirs and then mimic them, basically. As much as I like the Unicorn mode, I will be leaving it in destroy mode because I will be worried that if I try to put it back into destroy mode or Unicorn mode, that I will break it, because like they said, this shoulder here feels a little flimsy and I don't want to wreck it. I do really like this kit. This kit came in the premium box. The only thing that makes the premium box premium is it's got different artwork on it. I myself don't really keep the boxes. They're just boxes. So I know some people love to collect boxes, which is fine. Unfortunately, I don't have the room for it because there is some gorgeous art on the boxes, but unfortunately I don't have the room to keep it. If you're the kind of person that doesn't have enough room for MG or mega size kits or 1/60th scale, I definitely would recommend getting the RG Unicorn because it does have the detail of the MG but in a 1/44 format, and it doesn't have a lot of the fiddly bits that the Exia had, and the amount of sprues it's come with is actually quite surprising as well. So overall, I think that this is probably the best RG that Bandai has come out with. I have compared it to my HG Unicorn, the full armor, and they seem to have gotten the proportions right on this one. I've also compared it to the mega size as well, and they basically have the same proportions as well. So unlike the Zegok kit where the RG looks a lot different from the HG, I highly recommend the HG Unicorn. I really like this kit, and it will be honored in my Decals. That's it for now, guys. Thanks.